time. In the heart of Sweden, there exists a cherished tradition known as fika, which is a moment to slow down and appreciate good things in life. So as we gather here today, I want to extend a warm welcome to our very own fika experience. Now in front of you, you will find a piece of puzzle that represents you individually. And here's where it starts getting exciting. I invite you to introduce yourself to each other as you connect your pieces. Please go ahead. You can connect your pieces of the puzzle, please. Great, thank you so much. So, as coffee professionals, we have the power to create an experience for others. We have the opportunity to not just make a drink, but to craft a moment of joy, a fika experience. And I'm very honored now to introduce you the third piece. That represents me, the barista. I'm Lakis. Allow me to connect to you. And I'm feeling very great being here together. So, just as fika brings people closer, same thing is happening with coffee plants. Showcases its own remarkable form of interaction. Through a complex system of chemical signaling, coffee plants communicates with their environment, engaging in a silent conversation. Coffee plants respond to shift in temperature, light intensity, and soil composition, seeking optimal conditions to produce exceptional coffee beans. Coffee plants like us having their own version of fika, but in a different dimension. But why is this relevant? Just as studies have shown that living a social life contributes to health in humans, same principle applies to coffee plants. Now, understanding the intricacies of plant communication is essential for promoting health and well-being to these remarkable plants. This conclusion emphasizes the interconnectedness between planet, people, and coffee, highlighting a sustainable and valuable coffee experience. Today, you will be experiencing a geisha variety cultivated at 1,600 meters above sea level. In this environment, coffee plants respond to the high elevation and atmospheric pressure to undergo a slower maceration process. This takes us all the way to Colombia, and to be exact, to Finca Aroma Nativo, where the combination of cool nights and moderately hot days contributes to fully mature coffee cherries. This increases the sugars in the cherries, and all those sugars will become transformative during the fermentation process. This coffee have undergone an anaerobic style of fermentation that happens in a sealed tank under controlled conditions. Now this is rhubarbs, but now they represent coffee cherries, right? Rhubarbs get loaded, coffee cherries get loaded, water fills. We seal the tank and put it in a greenhouse to control temperature. What is happening now is that the high sugar content of the perfectly ripe cherries provides ample food for yeast and bacteria, generating a high concentration of lactic acid and promotes the coffee with a floral flavor of jasmine, which you will recognize in your espresso today. Now, after 48 hours, the coffee is removed from the tank, soaked in clean water to stop the growth of the bacteria, to then be slowly dried on African beds until reaching 10% of humidity to highlight complexity into your espresso. Before we enter my first course, I want to invite you to this small preparation I'm doing for the signature drink. I'm using equal parts of muscovado sugar and water, and I will slow cook this in this temperature control environment, and I will come back to that later on. Now back to my coffee. This coffee wouldn't be what it is without the dedication of the people behind that Finca Aroma Nativo. And it's a big honor representing them here today. So let's together showcase the beauty behind this exceptional coffee by brewing it. With 20 grams in, 40 grams out. This ratio has consistently given me best flavor complexity. I roasted the coffee 10 days ago for 9.5 minutes, up to 202 degrees. Focusing to bring out the freshness while emphasizing the flavors. And I also sorted the coffee before roasting it, keeping the coffee screen size 14 to 16 to be able to control and discover more flavors. And please get ready to write down the following flavor notes. You will find flavors of jasmine, bergamot, and mango. You will find high sweetness, low bitterness, and medium refreshing acidity. Please evaluate the crema and stir them 10 times. Thank you. The body is medium, smooth and round, followed by a delicate and lingering aftertaste. Please enjoy your espresso. Let's talk about milk. For your milk beverages, I want you to please write down the following tasting notes. Peanut butter, banana yogurt, and waffles. I'm brewing 20 grams in, 36 grams out. And I'm serving you a 90 ml of drink with 1 part espresso and 5 parts of milk. For best flavor balance, and I'm using a non-homogenized milk today, as it has a richer taste. And when steaming the milk, 55 degrees, the fat globules remain intact, creating a creamer microfoam, and blends beautifully with my espresso. Another interesting part is how the minerals affect the taste experience, the minerals in milk. Enjoy. Starting with calcium, that adds a touch of creaminess into the milk beverage. Potassium and electrolyte that enhance and balance flavors. Enjoy. And lactose, the natural sweetener in milk that creates a creamy texture and velvety mouthfeel. This milk has also been freeze distilled to enhance flavors and sweetness. you. Last but not least, enjoy. Now, lastly, I would like to introduce you to the final and fourth piece that brings us all together. This piece represents our fika experience. And as I connect it, it reminds us the importance to slow down and appreciate good things in life. And I would like to embody these values now to my signature drink. Inspired by the anaerobic technique, I started experimented with lacto-fermented rhubarbs. I choose rhubarbs for the tangy taste and citric acidity. And I prepare that with 1 part rhubarbs, 2% salts, and 5% of brown sugar. I'm adding 20 grams, and this will create 2 new flavors, passion fruit and apple. My second ingredient is a cold brew oolong tea. 2 grams tea, 100 grams water. Contact time, 6 hours. Cold temperature. I'm adding 20 grams, and we'll connect this with espresso and create a new flavor of elderflower. And my syrup I prepared here on stage. I'm adding 10 grams, and I choose muscovado sugar for the complexity, and this will balance the structure of acidity and sweetness. And combined with my 2 double shots of 20 grams in, 40 grams out, that I prepared in the beginning of my presentation to open up flavors, will create a new, unique, and interconnected experience. I just added 4 ice cubes made of soft water to open up the flavors even more. And I will now blend this for 16 seconds to create a creamy texture. It was a little bit noisy, but now we have created a cold and a refreshing signature drink. Please get ready to write down the following flavor notes for your signature drink. You will find flavors of passion fruit, candied passion fruit. Thank you. Red apple and elderflower. The creamy texture will remind you a little bit of the creamy microfoam you had on the milk beverage. And this drink is refreshing, cold, and pairs really well with the weather here in Athens. Now, please wait to evaluate until I call time. Today, we have emphasized the significance of interconnection and how everything interacts, how fika brings people closer, and how coffee plants communicates with their environment, engaging in a silent conversation, but mostly the importance of slowing down and appreciate good things in life. Thank you for joining me for this fika experience. Enjoy. Yep, thank you. Once again, thank you so much. This is my time.